Summer's almost here, and you may be wondering which concerts are shaping up to be the hottest shows, and can you still get tickets? Here with the scoop on the summer concert season is StubHub's editor-in-chief, Jonah Freedman. Jonah, thanks so much for being with us. So drum roll, please. The biggest, hottest concert of the summer.
So the big seller so far is Taylor Swift, which is not a surprise because she's been selling records through the roof and she's very, very successful across the entire country. But the level at which she's selling tickets is kind of amazing. So we're tracking right now between Memorial Day and Labor Day, and she's basically outselling Beyonce by more than half.
You're kidding.
She
is on fire. Wow. Oh, wow. That's incredible. But you know what? Then if you look at the per show tickets, right, then she's not necessarily on top, right?
She's not on top. She's doing quite well. But the crazy thing is that the Grateful Dead, they've scheduled 5 shows, 3 in Chicago, 2 outside San Francisco, and this is supposedly their farewell tour. Who knows if that's the case? But on a per show basis, they are outselling every single act in the country right now.
The Dead. You know, some people don't get it, but I happen to be married to a guy who went to boarding school in the 80s, so I happen to get it. But, you know, it's amazing how these legacy tours are doing so well, right?
Yeah, and the Dead aren't the only ones who are doing a legacy tour, so-called. You've got Paul McCartney is out on tour right now. The Rolling Stones are out on tour right now. The Who, U2 is considered a legacy act at this point. Rush, AC/DC. People are flocking to these shows as if it's their last chance.
The Stones are still playing. I mean, I feel like I saw them in Atlantic City 5 years ago, and I felt like this was probably the last tour they were going to do. And these tickets, what are the prices for most of these tickets?
Yeah, it ranges quite a bit. For Taylor Swift and the Rolling Stones, we're talking on average the lowest ticket is about $100 on StubHub. And you know, if the Dead, it's a little more reasonable. It's $50. It's more of their DIY aesthetic. But I wouldn't pay too much attention to these prices because, at least on StubHub anyways, if you wait to the last minute, chances are the tickets go down to face value and sometimes below.
So right now, are there some cities that are already sold out?
The Dead are selling out very quickly. I mean, their fans are, as you know from your husband probably, some of the most loyal of any rock act there is out there.
Oh, yes. I know the people that are making the pilgrimage.
Yes,
I mean, it's incredible how this nostalgia plays so well in the concert business.
Yeah, well, I think for a lot of people, there really is this sense that when am I going to get the chance to see this band again? I mean, these acts are all in their 70s. It's amazing. Mick Jagger, in particular, is still sprinting up and down the stage. But, you know, everybody else, you don't know. This might be your last chance to see them unless they decide to do another farewell tour.
Unless they're still doing farewell tours in their 80s. But, you know, unless Jerry comes back, I'm not quite sure that the Dead really are the Dead anymore.
This is the first time they've all gotten back together with this lineup as close as it can in 20 years. So this is a pretty big occasion, and it is supposedly their farewell tour. So it's the closest you're going to get.
What do you think tour-goers really want out of a summer concert tour?
I think they want an experience to tell everybody about. I mean, that's the main thing. Summer tour, I mean, you talk about the term summer concert. It brings out images of nice weather, good music, fun with your friends. And I mean, that's really what you want. You want to tell a story to everybody once it's all
Absolutely. It's so interesting looking at the lineup, and you can tell, oh, people over this age are going to these shows, and people under this age are going to these shows. Who else? Taylor Swift, you've also got One Direction is popular, right?
One Direction, yeah. They hold the #2 spot in our list of the hottest summer concerts. They did last year as well, and you know, one of their members, Zayn Malik, departed. And apparently that's taken absolutely no hit out of their sales. They're still the huge following that they have. Billy Joel is another one. We talked about him earlier, but again, another legacy act who's going out there and doing well. And of course, the summer festivals are always big sellers, so that's going to be a big deal.
And really quickly, going back to those legacy, Foo Fighters, U2.
Yeah, I don't know if Foo Fighters are necessarily a legacy act. No, I don't know what you consider the cutoff, but I guess.
Well, they're not a millennial band.
They're not a millennial band.
Gen X.
U2, they're definitely, I'd say they're a legacy act, but I mean, they put on these multi-million-dollar productions with pyrotechnics and video boards, and it really is a sight to behold. So really,
it's still a good show?
Still a great show, absolutely.
Because the Stones, I'm a little on at this point.
Well, like I said, Mick Jagger running up and down the stage and doing splits at in his 70s, probably worth the money.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Jonah, thank you so much for that. That was great.